Today's chapter is Joshua 19. And this is where, hopefully, a page like this is helpful to some folks because this is a chapter, again, on land division and lots of town names that are hard to pronounce that, honestly, I'm guessing at. And it's a long chapter of it, too. So we're going to cover Simeon's inheritance, Zebulun's inheritance, Issachar's inheritance, Asher's inheritance, Naphtali's inheritance, Dan's inheritance, and then one that's not a tribe, but a person, Joshua's inheritance. So all of this over a stretch of 51 verses of chapter 19. The first 9 verses are Simeon's inheritance, where we read, the second lot came out for Simeon, for the tribe of his descendants by their clans, but their inheritance was within the inheritance given to Judah's descendants. Their inheritance included Beersheba, or Sheba, Moladah, Hazor Shual, Bala, Ezem, Eltolad, Bethel, UL, at the end of that, Bethul, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar Susa, Beth Labaoth, and Sharuhen, 13 cities with their settlements. Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashen, 4 cities with their settlements, and all the settlements surrounding these cities as far as Baalath Beer, Ramah in the south. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Simeon's descendants by their clans. The inheritance of Simeon's descendants was within the territory of Judah's descendants because the share for Judah's descendants was too large. So Simeon's descendants received an inheritance within Judah's portion. Verses 10 through 16 is Zebulun's inheritance. The third lot came up for Zebulun's inheritance, or Zebulun's descendants by their clans. The territory of their inheritance stretched as far as Sarid. Their border went up westward to Maralah, reached Dabbethsheth, and met the brook east of Jokneam. From Sarid, it turned due east along the border of Chisleph Tabor, went to Daberath, and went up to Japhia. From there it went due east to Geth Hefer and to Eth Kazin. It extended to Rimmon, curving around to Neah. The border then circled around Neah on the north to Hanathon and ended at Iftah El Valley, along with Kitath, Nahala, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their settlements. This was the inheritance of Zebulun's descendants by their clans, these cities with their settlements. Issachar's inheritance then goes from verses 17 to 23, where we read the fourth lot came out for the tribe of Issachar's descendants by their clans. Their territory went to Jezreel and included Chesuleth Shunem, Hapharim, Shihon, Anaharath, Rabith, Kishion, Ebez, Remeth, En Ganin, En Haddah, and Beth Pezez. The border reached Tabor, Shahazumah, and Beth Shemesh, and ended at the Jordan, 16 cities with their settlements. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Issachar's descendants by their clans, the cities with their settlements. The next section, Asher's inheritance, covers verses 24 through 31. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of Asher's descendants by their clans. Their boundary included Helkath, Hali, Beton, Akshaph, Alamelech, Amad, and Mishal, and reached westward to Carmel and Shihor Libnath. It turned eastward to Beth Dagon, reached Zebulun and Iftah Valley, north toward Beth-Emek and Nael, and went north to Kabul, Ebron, Rahab, Hammon, and Kanah, as far as Greater Sidon. The boundary then turned to Ramah, as far as the fortified city of Tyre, turned back to Hosa, and ended at the Mediterranean Sea, including Mahalab and Akzib, Umah, Aphek, and Rahab, 22 cities with their settlements. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Asher's descendants by their clans, these cities with their settlements. The next section, Naphtali's inheritance, covers verses 32 through 39. The sixth lot came out for Naphtali's descendants by their clans. Their boundary went from Heleph and from the Oken Zananim, including Adami's Nekeb and Jabneel, as far as Luckum, and ended at the Jordan. To the west, the boundary turned to Aznoth Tabor, and went from there to Hukkok, reaching Zebulun on the south, Asher on the west, and Judah at the Jordan on the east. The fortified cities were Zedim, Zur, Hamath, Rekath, Chinnereth, Adamah, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Adrai, and Hazor, Iron, Migdal El, Horem, Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities with their settlements. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Naphtali's descendants by their clans, the cities with their settlements. And then Dan's inheritance covers from verses 40 through 48. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of Dan, descendants by their clans. The territory of their inheritance included Zorah, Eshtaol, Shemesh, Sha'alabim, Aijalon, and Ithia, or Ithla, Elon, Timnah, Ekron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Baaleth, Jehud, Beni-Berak, Gath-Rimmon, Majarkan, and Rakon, with the territory facing Joppa. When the territory of the descendants of Dan slipped out of their control, they went up and fought against Leshem, captured it, and struck it down with the sword. So they took possession of it, lived there, and renamed Leshem after their ancestor Dan. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Dan's descendants by their clans, these cities with their settlements. And lastly, in this chapter, Joshua's inheritance covers verses 48 through, or 49 through 51, it looks like. When they finished distributing the land into its territories, the Israelites gave Joshua, son of Nun, an inheritance among them. By the Lord's command, they gave him the city of Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim, which he requested. He rebuilt the city and lived in it. These were the portions that the priest Eleazar, Joshua, son of Nun, and the family heads distributed to the Israelite tribes by lot at Shiloh, in the Lord's presence, at the entrance to the tent of meeting. So they finished dividing up the land. And that is Joshua 19. Thanks for watching today. Hope to see you tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful day.